47. I just thought I'd come back with another show. I'm busy in the edit room, as I was saying earlier on. I made an episode. This is well on to it now, 37. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's show. Brave People News, a little bit of extra footage. It works on Patreon. Got videos. Got a good bit of content up there. Coming up with ideas, that's the main problem there, and various other things. I've been doing podcasting now since COVID times, and that's why I started it really. I had an inspiration to do it, and ideas. Thought I'd put a bit back to the people, help them out, give them information through papers. Of course, some people aren't able to afford papers, so I think it's a good idea to make podcasts, read out information for people that can't get access. The only other way you can get access is in the libraries and this and that. So that's the reason I made it. I was just looking at the Wicklow News here, or the Wicklow Times. That's another paper that came in the door. It's not the Brave People. This is the 21st of March. This episode, this edition now, and it just says zero capacity for homeless. As I was saying, I was mentioning that earlier on the Brave People News, and I just thought I'd mention about it. It was John Brady. He was talking about it in the dog. They had a debate on it there yesterday, and more powers removed. There's another thing here. Joe Bean has raised concerns about the proposed structure changes to Wicklow Joint Policing Committee, which he says is another example of councillors' powers being diminished. As I'm saying, there's zero capacity for homeless is the main issue there, as I was saying, and the councillors are saying they're doing a lot of stuff, this and that, so I don't know. And Wicklow TTs attend Thursday's briefing in Leinster House, according to this, which is a good thing in a way. They're trying their best to local politicians, as I was saying. Hackettstown man to take part in World's Transport Games. Tony Garland, a Liverpool liver transplant recipient from Hackettstown, will participate in part of the 14-strong transplant team for Ireland. And Greystone's Family Resource Service serves the community of Greystone, Delgety, Newtown and Kennedy, and its own community too. It celebrated a vibrant and heartwarming International Women's Day on 8th March. Guest speaker Dr. Mags Crane spoke about women's empowerment in the contents of equality for all. So that's according to that. And then where's Wally? There's a young lad there. He's dressed up there in it. Need medical assistance? Know your local options. We're just saying on that. So there is quite a bit. I have two Wicklow Times there with a bit of information in them. Ocean Adventures meeting Greystones, and Ashley Nugent named Wicklow Sports Volunteer of the Year. Large turnout for Greystone Town team. So 10,000, I see 100,000 in drainage spending in 2023. Green light for Greystone Station bus bay repairs. That's outside Greystone rail station is set to be repaired. The matter was raised by Councillor Stephen Stokes of the monthly meeting of Greystone District. A new CCTV system activated in Blessington, which is badly needed, as I've saying. Risk of children not having books in time for school. And that's the main news then on that. Then just 4 designs from Wicklow Maker to final to Junk Court Chew. Life of Pi. That's in a ticket there. That's in the Whale Theatre. That's based on the film Did anyone see The Life of Pi? It was a good film. The cinematography and everything in it was good. And my view, if I was making a film like that, I'd make a film well into that. And then he gives the audio cue for a Tron future proofed, but at a price why for a Tron. So I just thought I'd come back with a Saturday daily show. As I was saying, I did come back with a Friday show to compete with the Late Late Show. I would love the Late Late Show, as saying that everyone is putting their name in it. But why not me? As I'm saying there, they're mentioning Sarah McInerney, the biggest. She can say what she wants and she does what she wants. I was listening to the radio there on Monday or Tuesday, and the statement she came out with was a disgrace in my view. She said something about the automatic license, about cheating. Just now, I'm not sure what way she put it, but she said something about cheating. You have to cheat to get that. She was kind of comparing the manual license to that, and God, I don't know. She seems to be able to say what she wants, and some of the statements were questioning the way she does conducts an interview is a disgrace. She doesn't even let them answer the questions. I was looking at prime time there one of the days. I don't think that girl is suitable for the Late Late Show. And if it was, I'd put a blacklist against her name. Uh, she is not suitable in anyone's view. I don't know. So, I would love that gig, but they're not going to give it to. That's what I'm saying. They're not going to give it to someone that isn't in RTE. I swear, look at that. No way up the mountain now. A popular County Wicklow trailing to and from Lochcon, Leinster highest mountain, had now been closed to the public. I was saying that early on in the Brave People News yesterday's program, and Delia's knitwear on the big screen. That's the same. Charlie Budd's Hand of Friendship walk. I see. So that's there. And then this is the other Wicklow Times. Wicklow Times now. It comes in the door every Monday or Tuesday. Free books to be provided in prime schools and special schools. And the showcase, great institution. That's finished. That was on the last day. Pure remove 140,000 litter and rubbish illegal dumped in the uplands. Uh, Wicklow and Chamber of Commerce welcomes new president. What is that? And then Avondale student completes an All Ireland linguistic problem solving final. Uh, Wicklow and FD attend inaugural ETE award. That's records found on site of Donnybrook Mangolin Laundry prompt new book. Uh, and then Austin Hearn Slabs and Whispers. That's in Mermaid Centre. It's an art display and arts thing. So that's the main news then on that. Just probably read that now. I'm after going through the thing now. I just must look up the news there. And I was just looking at the result there early on. The last time I reported, it was a draw, but Bray lost the match there to early on. They lost 2-1, so it was a bad result. I think Cove Ramble is now second on the table, but I did give that result early on for I knew the result, so I just could thought to go back on it. But I did give the league prediction scores and the various other certains. So I'll just go through the business news. I didn't give that. Euro zone inflation falls more than expected to 6.9. Inflation across the euro area is estimated to have moderated to 6.9 in March from 8.5 in February, according to initial flash estimates from Eurostat. And short-term mortgage arrears rise in Q4 central bank. Former CEO of the NTMA, John Corrigan, dies. And more Digicel bondholders back debt deal in principle. Ulster Bank and branch transaction ceases today. And then Banshee accounts revealed detailed spend of 18.89 million. According to that film, the producers of the multi-Oscar nominated did not get the break as stars of the movie. Jenny the Donkey and her animal co-charged on the cheap. The following new counts for the acclaimed Martin McDonagh directed movie, showing the amount spent under the heading of animal handlers for the production shot at Echo Island and Inishmore, totaled 213,455, and the count lodged by Office shows the total spent on the movie for the 12 months to the end of April last amounted to 18.89 million. So that was the movie has already made more than that, double at the box office, with revenues of 48.6 and 44.5. So anyone that has said that is not doing well, it is by according to them figures and stats on the RTE website, which is mental. So I just thought I'd say that. And then I see Duff refereeing standards in League of Ireland are not acceptable according to what has happened there. And Wilson's rake building clinics down Ding in Hull. That's the snooker player. And as I'm saying there, I give the league predictions there, which are going out. So I'm not sure what way they'll be finished, but I'm sure they'll be finished all right in my view. I was just gonna go to now, and there's another website here. Just the Google one. I was just gonna go to the game Mario Kart Tour teases Yoshi Tour with new track, Poochie and more. The best I've seen there. Destiny season finale highlights what an incredible talent Lance Whitnick was. He was into gaming as well. That's the actor there that was in Fringe. He was in the new film there that's out. So he was good in things. The entertainment news on this just says, let me see, how actors Mrs. Joan have saved films in the Nashville shooting, and I must go to the coming soon. I'm sure there's more information on that. I didn't do much entertainment news on the other podcast, although it was quite a long podcast. I didn't do that much of entertainment news on it. But I'm gone now to Coming Soon website. It just says touches into Taron Egerton on playing real people and Game Boy. That interview is basically he's chatting about the new Tetris film. Anyone into gaming there? Uh, about the upcoming Apple TV and film. The actor discusses his own experience with the game and his for larger life in Tetris in 1988 and the risks everything by traveling to the Soviet Union when he joins forces with the inventor Alexei Palova to bring the games to the masses. So that's what that film is about. Not much really. We spoke a little bit when we first started, but as sort of course, it was more like me saying, "Hey man, I'm really excited to be part of telling the story." So Tetris came out on the Game Boy the same year you were born. Did you go playing it? So he responded, I played it a bit. So that was that interview there. It's about Tetris. I was saying I'm interested in that in myself. I did buy it on the game Swirl or the Nintendo Switch, which is quite good. So Batman the Doom came to Gotham producers on reboots and Lovecraft. That's about that game that's coming out. And then HBO schedule news movie release dates. Must look that up. What films are coming out? The Blue Lagoon, 1980. That's on I think HBO. The Breed, HBO. Circle, Clean and Sober, The Cold Light of Day, Coraline, City by the Sea. I didn't see that one myself. Dumb and Dumber 2. Evan Almighty. I think I saw that. Experiment, Ghosts, Harriet the Spy. They're all the films I think that's on it. So I just thought I'd go through that now, and then I'll see now what's on. I did read out about. I did read out a bit about Sky there earlier on. Sky News. So the Sky News there. Aesthetic Tale Brothers released from jail in Romania and placed under house arrest. That was Stormy Daniels. More about Stormy Daniels there. I think I mentioned that already. The King's first state visit was a post-Brexit push to sell Britain, and it seems to have worked. That's the King, about the King, King Charles. I still call him Prince, I'd mix it up. Trump will want focus of New York court appearance as he claims he is the victim. Now, I'm not going to do another rant. I did do that yesterday's show. So, local elections, all you need to know about the May votes. Handcuff deal, I was saying there. More about Trump there. It's full up with stuff. So that's on the Sky News. I didn't look up the BBC News. BBC, that's another thing there. The latest on BBC News website. Tornado strikes USC city, causing widespread damage. It just says a tornado sweeps through the city of Little Rock, Arkansas, destroying buildings and overturning cars. That's the latest on that. And then more about Trump on the BBC website. Trump will not appear in court in handcuffs, as I was saying. I mentioned that earlier on in my yesterday's podcast. Who is the prosecutor in Trump's hush money case? And there's not much news there on that. UK news. King at Memorial for wartime air raids on Germany. I see King Charles laid a wreath remembering those who died in Allied wartime bombing raids on Hamburg. And racist claims against Vaughan found not proved. Michael Vaughan is cleared on balance of probabilities of using racist language towards former Yorkshire team mate Azim Rakov. And then Michael wins bid to throw out half sister's case. She won that case there. So that was that. I just thought I'd read out. And then the entertainment news on the BBC website. 6 crazy moments from Patrick. She won that case there. Action game God of War, I reckon, wins 6 BAFTAs. The game won. The game did? God, that's... Children's publisher Peter Osborne dies age 85. He also founded the current affairs magazine Private Eye. So that was the news then. And then Paul O'Grady, A Life in Pictures. Watch Paul O'Grady's life on screen. I was just looking at that clip there earlier on of Paul O'Grady's show. It was quite good. I was looking at it. It's quite sad, really. I just got in. I just was looking at it. So he loved animals, as I was saying there, and he had his own show. But I was just listening to Ray Darcy earlier on there. He is still in the running as well for the Late Late Show, according to what it's saying. There's a few in. Dottie, Tommy Tiernan, I put my name in for it as well, if you like. And I was just gonna go now through the soccer. Some message coming in for me there. So first division Rapscalmy makes it 7 wins on trot, so they won 7 times. I was gonna put the Premier League into it. Premier League, I always do a bit of that. I didn't do that now for a while. The English League, as I was saying, fixtures and results. It is important league, the Premier League. There's matches on now today, Saturday. half 12, Manchester City and Liverpool. That's the first match, isn't it? Half 12. Nottingham Forest and Wolverhampton Wanderers. That's at 3 o'clock. Arsenal and Leeds United. That's on 3 o'clock as well. And AFC Bournemouth and Fulham. That's on at 3 o'clock. Brighton Hove Albion. That's on 3 o'clock as well. So I haven't got any predictions there. And then on Sunday, West Ham United versus Southampton. That's on the 2nd of April. London Stadium. And Newcastle United and Man United. That's a big one. St James's Park. So they're the matches coming up. And then the tables. The table doesn't lie, as I was saying there. Arsenal out in front with 69 points. Manchester City 61 points. Man United 50. Tottenham Hotspurs 49. And Newcastle United in fifth 47. And then the top two that's really going to be in relegation. AFC Bournemouth 24, Southampton 23, and West Ham on 24 as well. So they're the four. There's another one on 25, Leicester City, so they could be relegated as well. So the table doesn't lie, as I was saying. So that's the table on that. So how am I doing in the podcast? I'm nearly finished now. But I just thought I'd make a podcast today and get out of the way and put it up. So I was just looking at the Late Late Show. They were doing country tonight. Daniel O'Donnell was on it. The usual. It's quite good actually, and there was no mention of the new host, but it's in business and waiting. I'm sure. But I just thought I'd come back with another podcast anyway, and I'll be back show again. I'm not sure yet. Easter next week, and the league matches. So I hope you enjoyed my podcast today. My 437 podcast, and thanks for listening. I don't have any other things planned or any other thing to talk about. Only there is Succession on. Kin is on Sunday. Sunday Sport. Sunday the league matches are on. So I hope you enjoyed my podcast today, and I'll let you go. And goodbye for now.